Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scott Sports 101 Sunday Night Football postgame show and Monday Night Football halftime show. It'll be. That's what we'll call it this time. Because right now they're at halftime, and the Broncos are up 15-8 right now, as the Broncos are both battling out a high mark stand. We'll get to that in a moment, but first, we're going to recap last night's Sunday Night Football game, which with the Las Vegas Raiders beat the New York Jets 16-12 last night at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. So, on a night when Josh Jacobs finally ended his 100-yard dry spell, he couldn't quite forget the fumble that gave the New York Jets life late in the game. I didn't want to be the reason why we lost, he said. Jacobs was just thankful the Las Vegas Raiders defense came through twice. Uh, Robert Spillane intercepted uh, Zach Wilson's pass at the Las Vegas 15 with 1:14 left after the Raiders punted. Wilson's heave to the end zone fell incomplete on the final play to preserve the 16-12 victory for the Raiders Sunday night. There's not too much difference between a 2-yard gain and a 4-yard gain, but when you get turnovers, you change the complexion of the game, Spillane said. The Raiders are now 5-5, improved to 2-0 under interim head coach Antonio Pierce, who replaced Josh McDaniels. I have fun when I got in the locker room, Pierce said. When I was out there on the grass, that was stressful. Jacobs rushed for 116 yards on 27 attempts to end a 14-game streak without a 100-yard performance. Uh, the league's reigning rushing champion came close the week before against the New York Giants, passing that mark before a 3-yard loss dropped him to 98 yards. Uh, Aiden O'Connell, who passed for 153 yards and connected with fellow rookie Michael Mayer for the game's only touchdown, became the second Raiders rookie quarterback to win two of his first three starts. Mike Ray in 1976 was the other. He's not a rookie, said Davante Adams, who led the Raiders with six catches for 86 yards. By years, he is by actions and the poise in those types of situations. You don't see that often by a rookie quarterback. The way he commands the huddle, the way he talks to us, the communication, the confidence. I'm glad he's our guy. Uh, the score was 9-9 with each team having made three field goals when O'Connell stumbled and found Mayer for a 7-yard touchdown strike early in the fourth quarter to put the Raiders in front for good at 16-9. They are out-jumped safety Jordan Whitehead for his first career touchdown catch. Uh, many, many more to come. Uh, uh, Hopefully, Mayor said it's really a special thing. It's a really special thing to be able to to do that for many teammates. Uh, for my teammates. Do that for my coaches. This organization's been through a lot the past couple of weeks. Uh, on the other side, Zach Wilson passed for 263 yards, and Garrett Wilson caught 9 passes for 93 yards. But the Jets, 4-5, have gone 36 consecutive drives without a touchdown. Uh, Greg Zerline connected on the field for on field goals, excuse me, of 47, 53, 30, and 45 yards for New York, which led 9-3 after his third field goal early in the second quarter. Zuerlein made at least one field goal in 26 consecutive games, extending the NFL's longest active streak. New York had opportunities to take a bigger lead early, but had all three scoring drives interrupted by penalties. The Jets entered the game last in the league in converting red zone opportunities and touchdowns, 23.8% through only one of those drives one of those drives only got inside the Raiders 20. So, we're generating offenses while moving the ball, but we're not finishing our drives the way we need to, Jets coach Robert Saleh said. Daniel Carlson made his second field goal, a 54-yarder on the final play of the first half to get the Raiders to a 9-6 late in the third quarter. DeAndre Carter returned the punt 32 yards to the Jets 45. The Raiders converted on a 4th and 1 before the drive stalled, and Carlson booted a 40-yard field goal to tie it. After Mayer put the Raiders ahead with the first TD catch of his career, the Jets responded with a 35-yard catch and run by Breece Hall, but that drive only resulted in another field goal. So they just weren't able to get over the hurdle, and there were some rookie mistakes. O'Connell fumbled the snap and threw an interception on consecutive plays late in the first quarter. Pierce tried to challenge the spot of the pick, but wasn't allowed to because all the turnovers are automatically reviewed, and the aborted challenge cost him a timeout. Now the Jets, there were injuries. The Jets linebacker C.J. Mosley went into the Blue medical tent with an undisclosed injury late in the fourth quarter, but Saleh said he would have to come back if needed. Linebacker Sam Eguavoen had a hip injury. He was injured and did not return. Raiders left tackle Colton Miller didn't play because of a shoulder injury. Jermaine Altimore moved from the right spot to play that position, and Thayer Mumford started at right tackle. Cornerback Marcus Peters had a knee injury and played after being listed as questionable. Cornerback Amik Robertson suffered a concussion early in the second quarter trying to tackle the ball. So they did have a few injuries, but hopefully they can get some of those guys back. And it's just one of those games where the Jets just could not get over that hurdle and they could not score touchdowns. And the turnovers and penalties, that's what cost you. That's what cost them. And up next, the Jets will be at Buffalo this coming Sunday in an AFC East matchup at Highmark Stadium in Buffalo. And the Raiders are at Miami this Sunday, their only road game in a 6-week span. All right, now let's give out the game balls, the Scott Sports 101 game balls for that Sunday night game. I'm trying to. There we go. And I got to give them to the Raiders. Aidan O'Connell, 16 of 27 carries and attempts, 163 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Josh Jacobs, 27 attempts, 116 yards, and Devontae Adams, 6 receptions, 98 yards. This was just one of those games where the Raiders were able to prevail in the end, and the Giants just could not score any touchdowns, and the penalties just costed them. Well, right now, it's time for today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. And here it is. Which team was Marv Levy head coach of before the Buffalo Bills? I'm going to reveal the answer right now. You said the Kansas City Chiefs. You are correct. Levy coached the Chiefs from 1978 to 1982, and the Bills from 1986 to 1987. Uh, he failed to make the playoffs with the Chiefs, and he did pull a terrible team uh, up from up to average with the Bills. He turned an equally terrible team into an excellent one. He finished his coaching career with a record of 154, 120, and 0, and was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame uh, in uh, in 2001. And I will have the another trivia question on my next podcast, so which will be probably for Thursday Night Football. So stay tuned for that. Sorry, I had to step away. I know you heard my voice. Uh, uh, but right now it's in the third quarter right now, and I'm gonna recap what we've had so far. The In the first play of the first quarter, there was a fumble, and Josh Allen passed short, left to Cook to the Buffalo 20 for 4 yards, and it was fumbled, and McMillan recovered by Denver at the Buffalo 28, and then Denver tried to score a touchdown but couldn't. So it was a 4th and 4 at the Buffalo 22. Lute's 40-yard field goal was good, and it was 3-0 Broncos. Buffalo had the ball again and intercepted it. There was an interception this time. Josh Allen passed deep middle intended for Geno Davis, intercepted by Simmons at the Denver 12, and there was no gain. Then Denver went 3-0 after at the point after going 3-0, 7 plays, 30 yards. Buffalo then went 3-0 after at the point after 5 plays, 13 yards. And the Broncos had to go 3-0 again after punting 8 plays, 33 yards. In the second quarter, uh, and it is Monday Night Football Week 10. Are you ready for some football? I hope you are. And they are battling out at Highmark Stadium, the Broncos and Bills. And Bills are coming off a loss to the Bengals, and the Bengals are coming. The Broncos are coming off a bye week. I meant to say that. And right now in the second quarter, I'll give you the Bills have the punt after going 3-and-out, 3 plays, 5 yards. Then Denver scored a touchdown. Russell Wilson pass incomplete, short left to Sutton. Uh, Quarterback pressure, Lawson, the replay official reviewed the incomplete pass, and then the play was reversed. Russell Wilson pass short left to Sutton for the 7-yard touchdown, and the extra point was good, and it was missed, and it was 19. Lewis missed the extra point. It was no good. It was 9-0. Then the Broncos scored their first touchdown of the game. Josh Allen passed deep left to Kincaid for the 22-yard touchdown. Bonito caught it and then the extra point was good. The 2-point conversion attempt, Josh Allen passed to Geno Davis complete, and they succeeded, and it was 9-8. And then they tried to get into touchdown to get a touchdown. The Broncos couldn't do it again. Lutz kicked a 49-yard field goal. It was good. It was 12-8 Broncos. And then an interception again. Buffalo intercepted again. Josh Allen passed short left intended to Hardy to Hardy for the and it was intercepted by Moriu at the Buffalo 40, and first out at the Buffalo 31 for 9 yards, and then Buffalo, and then Denver tried to score a touchdown, couldn't do it again, was not able to. They kicked the Lewis kicked a 40-yard field goal again at 4th and 1 to Buffalo at 22, and it was good. And it was 15-8 Bills. I mean, it's 15-8 Broncos. And Buffalo at the Denver at the punt. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. I do apologize for that. I'm coming off being underneath the weather, and I do apologize for that little cough and the. Yeah. Denver had to punt after going three and out, three plays for 2 yards, and then brought the Bills had a turnover on downs. Josh Allen passed it complete deep right to Schenker, and it was for no gain at 4th and 1 at Buffalo 48, and that's when the turnover on downs happened. And right now, that's where we stand right now. So Buffalo better, I think, have some tricks up their sleeve, and right now it's in the third. So we shall see what happens. So that's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 uh, Sunday Night Football post-game show, Monday Night Football halftime show. I'll be back with the Monday Night Football post-game show once the game between the Broncos and the uh, Bills has concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day and every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.